On May 12th, a plane landed at Dulles International Airport outside Washington, D.C. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau was there to greet the passengers. He told them the American people were glad they came. He called them, quote, quality seeds, unquote, that would, quote unquote, bloom here. 49 people, white South Africans, farmers mostly, granted refugee status by the Trump administration. They were the first refugees this administration has admitted. Ever. Here's the number I need you to sit with for a second. Since last October, since the start of this fiscal year, the United States has admitted 4,499 refugees. 4,496 are from South Africa. 3 are from Afghanistan. The U.S. Refugee Admissions Program has existed since 1980. It was created by Congress, bipartisan, designed to offer protection to people fleeing war, persecution, famine, people who've often been waiting in processing for years, vetted, documented, waiting. On his first day in office, Trump suspended it indefinitely for everyone. 1 month later, he carved out an exception, specifically for white Afrikaners from South Africa. The justification? Trump has claimed a genocide is taking place, that white farmers are being killed and their land taken. South African authorities and multiple independent analysts have rejected claims of a genocide targeting white farmers, arguing that violent crime in the country affects many racial groups and that the evidence does not support genocide claims. There is, however, a land law at the center of this. South Africa's Expropriation Act, signed in January of 2025, which makes no racial distinction whatsoever with respect to property. It applies to abandoned land, unused land, and land acquired for speculation, with full legal process and judicial oversight required. While the welcome mat was out at Dulles, here's what else was happening. Venezuelans with valid parole status, stripped of legal standing, facing deportation. Afghan allies who worked alongside U.S. forces, their cases frozen. Refugees from Sudan, Congo, Myanmar, people fleeing actual, documented, ongoing violence, told the program was closed. The administration was simultaneously stripping parolees awaiting asylum claims of their legal status while the first white South Africans landed. And there's one more thread worth pulling. The current Trump presidency has been deeply influenced by South African-born billionaire Elon Musk, who has been vocal in his criticism of South Africa's land laws. I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying it's a fact. Here's what I keep coming back to. The refugee program exists because the United States made a promise that there is such a thing as legitimate persecution, that we recognize it, that we have a process for it. That process was built on evidence, on documentation, on the principle that fear of violence, real fear, documented fear, matters. What happened this year is that one man decided which fear counted, not Congress, not the courts, though they've tried. One administration, one executive order, one exception carved out of a program that had been shut down for everyone else. Groups have sued to restart the broader refugee program after Trump's order. Those cases are still moving. In the meantime, 4,496 to 3. That's not a refugee policy. That's a preference. And we should call it what it is. You're listening to And Another Thing on Ethos Trek. My name is Sera. If you like this content, please poke that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing. Leave a comment. It really helps the algorithm figure out what to do with me. Thank you for listening.